sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And taking a look here at the Lakers, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Rajon Rondo, he had the ACL and he came back and
we have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. Lakers looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Jared Sullinger is out there with Brandon Bass. And it's Green in at the small forward. The Lakers on offense. Lynn kicks to Bryant. The basket good off the assist from Lynn.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Who could forget Jeremy Lin's dynamic and dramatic emergence with the Knicks back in early 2012. He went from an end-of-the-bench type player struggling just to stay Clark in the league to a national storyline in a matter of weeks.
That was insanity for sure. I mean, and his play is settled to where he's a quality rotation player now. And quite honestly, I think he's more comfortable not having to be a media fixture like he was during that Linsanity phase. I think he's much more understated and doesn't really enjoy the spotlight, and this is much more comfortable for him where he is now.
And he gets it to go. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
See the way he times his passes so well? That's a great assist.
Baseline jumper, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A lot of praise has been sent Kobe's way over the years, but perhaps one of the biggest I heard last season was when Grant Hill called him the toughest person he ever had to guard.
And Clark, that may not seem too out of the ordinary, but you look at all the stars that Grant Hill faced during his career, and there are a lot of big names on that list.
Yeah, Hill certainly had a large collection of superstar wings to choose from, but it's hard to argue against his selection of Kobe Bryant.
And Kobe drops them both.
Well, when Kobe speaks, people listen. That was the case last year when he revealed his all-time starting 5, and he did not place himself in the lineup. Interesting.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And Bradley gets it to go. Look at who Kobe did put in there. Magic and Jordan, the guards. Bird at the 3 with Russell and Green down low. Not really a lot you could argue with about that particular group, Steve.
No, it's one of the things I love about Kobe. He's got a great reference and a historical perspective of the NBA, and it shows, Kevin, how much he reveres that era.
Over to the wing. Here's Boozer. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 5. Here's Rondo. And it's Lynn with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close. He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him. Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be elite. And Bryant gets it to go.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Celtics have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. The drive by Green, and again it's Boston converting.
Then you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Now here's Johnson. He has 6. And again, Kobe Bryant. Bryant's got 8 points.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Here's Bass. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Johnson, the pass to Bryant. There's the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Boston trailing. Outside Rondo. Here's Sullinger. Buries it down low.
Well, I'll bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
And Kobe gets it to go. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Soft touch off the glass. Kobe's got 15.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Tries to keep it alive. He dishes it to Bass. And he takes that one up and powers it through. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Hill. Young comes in for Kobe. And it's Nash in for Jeremy Lin.
The Lakers winning the amnesty bidding this summer to bring in Carlos Boozer. He had a down season a year ago, but on the final year of his contract, he'll have some extra motivation to bounce back.
And he's able to get it back.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Young outside. He kicks to Boozer. There's the bucket. Good. Boozer's got 7. And for Carlos Boozer, weighed by the Bulls as they brought in Pau Gasol, but he can help this Lakers team.
Yeah, you know, he certainly bolsters their front line, and as I said, in a contract year, he couldn't ask for a better stage to showcase his game than the bright lights of L.A.
Here's Smart after Carlos Boozer's score. Just 5 on the clock. Turner dishes to Olynyk, and he drops it in from the low post.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, earlier I spoke with Brad Stevens. He said that one of the challenges they're very conscious of in this matchup is scoring despite the shot blocking. He said, you know jumpers like to jump, so we've got to show them some pump fakes, get them up in the air, and that should allow us to get to the line or create easier looks inside. Kevin, we'll see how it works.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, and they know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that aspect right away.
Well, that's the priority in the scouting report. You face a team this good defensively, you're thinking about how we need to attack it. And then it's a matter of executing once you get out there.
Here's Davis, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Here's Smart. Right through the D for the Lambs. Smart's got his first basket of the night. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. The pass to Randall. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. So it's Boston now. They trail by 3. Here's Smart. Great D that time from Davis. LA's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points run up from outside here in the first. Cannot hit. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Smart passes to Turner. Great D that time from Davis. And Young kicks to Kelly. Inside. Randall. And he slams it in.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here comes Thornton. Good on the shot. Thornton's got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Nash outside. Buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did. Right on cue. Man, was that major drama. He loved those situations, though.
Well, that was big time. Knew exactly how much time he had left. Squared up and let it fly.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Lynn and Kobe are your 1 and your 2. Ryan Kelly out there with Robert Sacre. And it's Young in at the 3 spot.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Los Angeles leading by 4.
Well, the Lakers are in another one of those transition stages, and they've not had many in the history of the franchise. But they do need to start looking for that next superstar to build the team around.
And here's Rondo, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Rondo against Len. Here's Olynyk. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Wallace.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Kobe, that's good.
That's old school right there, and I like it, the fadeaway.
Celtics trail by 6. The drive by Rondo to the wing right side. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists tonight. LA has gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Here's Kobe, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Here's Rondo after the basket by Los Angeles. And Young, here we go. It's rebounded by Kelly. Los Angeles leading by 6. Bryant has the open look. Again, the Lakers.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
James Young out of Kentucky is appropriately named. He only turned 19 back in August. But he's a player with intriguing talent and potential at both ends of the floor. Good defender with long arms, natural scoring instincts, and a fearlessness in his offensive game. He's got a nice stroke and takes it out to the three-point line effectively as well.
Rondo with the steal. There's the dish to Green, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now just a 4-point Laker lead.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
And Young, 6'7". Great form on his shot, but the results were somewhat inconsistent at Kentucky. Is he a knockdown shot?
Well, he's getting close. I mean, he's not afraid to take big shots. He shoots it freely and with a lot of confidence. Those kind of guys can become knockdown shooters. His form, his mechanics, all good size. I like this guy as a pro two-guard.
Here's Rondo. Green with a screen on Lynn, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Boozer's checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Bradley's checked in. Poked loose, stolen by Jeremy Lin. Here's Bryant. Misses the one-handed jam.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Lakers leading by 4. Fades away. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
And here's Rondo. Down low, here's Bradley, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists now in the game. The Lakers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Jared Solinger has developed some very thick skin during his time in the league. Solinger said, because I had Satch Solinger as a coach. So I learned early that it's not how loud he's saying it, it's what he's saying. I was blessed to have an angry coach. It's very hard to get into Jared's head, guys.
It is indeed. Thank you, Doris. Can't hit, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. Johnson attacking. Here's Boozer. Rondo with some nice D.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Here's Bryant. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. He's got 27 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, folks.
And the first one at the line is good.
It wasn't something the Celtics looked forward to when they had to head out on the road last year, but they were a motivated group in part because so many of their players were playing for contracts next season.
Randall's checked in for Los Angeles. Nash comes in for Jeremy Lin. Smart's checked in for Boston. Playing for contracts, as you said, guys, with Boston can be a big motivation, but Steve, they just couldn't get it done on the road.
Yeah, just 9 wins as the road team, and You know, when you're a young club like they are, trying to get wins on the road is so difficult. And that's what Brad Stevens and his club had to deal with last year.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker and you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Sellinger. Over in the corner, Green. And he jams it with authority.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Now, here's Nash. He's got 6. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Davis. Takes it off the glass. Davis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Bass's shot, good. Bass has got 8 points.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense. They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Well, a tough season for Steve Nash last year. Injuries limiting him to only a few games, and now in his 40s, it's looking like this might be his last go-round.
Lakers leading by 13, and it's Bryant at the elbow. And he gets it to go. Bryant's got 33 points.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
Smart kicks to Bradley. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Nash dishes to Kobe. Here's Randall. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. And it's 6 points for Julius Randle.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Smart passes to Green. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
And Jeff Green, not a big rebounder, struggles guarding in the low block. What do you think, Clark, is his best position?
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the 4 he has a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ian Kelly, he's checked in for Johnson. Young is subbed in for Bryant. Then for the Celtics, Olynyk, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Wallace comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Thornton in for Bradley.
After Jeff Green had that strong performance in the 2013 playoffs, he was handed the keys in Boston, but while his minutes went up, his efficiency went down. Maybe he's not suited for that lead role.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Boston, no good that time either.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Now Young inside. Olynyk with the steal. And a wide open look for Thornton. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Lakers lead by 16. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Play created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Lakers leading by 16. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Jared Sullinger is out there with Brandon Bass. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Lakers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
Free throw off from Boozer.
A lot of problems for the Lakers last season, and it's one thing to stink on the road, but when you stink at home in Los Angeles, you bet people react.
Now, here's Green. The shot, no good. Boozer with the defensive effort. The drive by Bryant. Johnson. It's rebounded by Bass. Bass has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Rondo. And what a strange sight it was to see the Lakers lose at home as much as they did last year, Clark. Their home record at Staples, 14-27.
Yeah, that is a rarity, without question. One of the elite sports franchises in the history of sports in America. But they didn't have the talent to compete, and not having Kobe Bryant, their best player and future Hall of Famer, obviously left a lot to be desired with that group. They fought hard, but they just didn't have enough to compete on a regular basis.
And here's Rondo. Following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Bradley, no one around him. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bradley's got 14 points.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Bryant's shot is off.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely, I think he should have converted that one.
The offensive rebound outside for Rondo. Green with the ball. And it's Lynn picking him up. Bradley drives in. Here's Bass, and there's the rejection. And he gets it back. Here's Sullinger. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. He has 6. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played, Clark has been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He was more a banger than a spread four. He's not a great perimeter shooter. And so the fit with their spread-out system might have limited his playing time.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he'll try to develop his outside shot to better fit into the Lakers' offense last year, but that's not his strength. Where he's best is his ability to use his size and athleticism on the boards and really defensively as well.
Kobe kicks to Johnson. There's the feed to Boozer. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. And 11 points for Carlos Boozer.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
And Hill is one of the best rebounders in the league. He's a quality defender as well, and he can play some center. So if he can stay healthy, I think he's a guy that can really be a player to watch.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it. You know, a lot of people thought and assumed that when the Celtics traded Pierce and KG, they just took salary in return, but you know, the guys they got proved to be valuable mentors for the youngsters on that team.
Outside Rondo, outside Bradley. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's sent back by Hill. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Rondo dishes to Bass.
Take a look at what Bass has done.
He has 8 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
Well, they have to be. I mean, he's not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, I mean, it's his.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The free throw drops for Bass. He makes 1 of 2 that time, and it's Green with the jam.
You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
Rondo against Lynn. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Lynn. And that's now 6 points for Hill.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
It had been 6 straight years for the Celtics that they had made the playoffs, but that run came to an end last season as they were clearly in full rebuild mode.
Boston making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Well, a lot of storied franchises missed the playoffs last year, and Boston was one of them. But, Steve, they knew it would be a tough season early on.
Well, trading away the talent they did, they knew how the season would play out. You know, ultimately it was the right thing to do because they are in a good position to build upon youth going forward.
Here's Bass. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Bass has got 11 points.
The defense played him close on that one, but he just would not be denied. Aggressive move for the score.
Here's Lynn. Here's Boozer. And he banks in the layup. He's got 13.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Bradley kicks to Bass. Bradley drives in, and it's Boston with another.
Simply a fantastic shot. Going top speed, but he still cashes in the runner.
Bryant up top, guarded by Bradley. Took him no time at all on that one. Bryant's got 39.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Celtics trail by 16. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Boozer. And Nick Young is subbed in for Wesley Johnson. Boston also with the sub. Olenek, he's checked in for Brandon Bass. Randall's checked in for Jordan Hill. Here is Bryant. He's got 39. Dishes to Lynn. Back to Kobe. Rebound Boston. Now Turner. The 11-footer. Count the bucket. Turner's got his second bucket tonight. Lakers leading by 12. Outside Bryant. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That's a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark, bring it down hard, my brother. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Hey guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks, zone defenses, tightening up flagrant foul rules and physical play in general.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Nash is checked in. And then for Boston, Gerald Wallace. He's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Thornton comes in for Bradley. And Smart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Celtics trail by 14. And back to that move by the league to speed up the game. It doesn't seem like the league is done.
Yeah, you know, and I think more can be done, Kevin. Cutting down on timeouts. You see in soccer, they just run a little sponsor banner in the corner of the screen while the ball is in play. Continuous play. Continuous play. Reduce the number of free throws, I think, is another step. But that would be more a result of not fouling than teams not getting to the line.
And here's Nash after the three-pointer from Evan Turner. Puts up the baby hook. Sacre's shot is off. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. From 13, count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Smart. Los Angeles has gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. The leader, and it's Randall getting it to go. Randall's got 8 points.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Wallace can't get it to go. Good defensive work there by Young. Lakers leading by 11. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Lynn. Puts it up. And again, it's the Lakers. .122 left in the third quarter. Smart passes to Thornton. Kicks it to Smart. A 10-footer finds the target. 6 points for him.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Nash dishes to Young. Here's Sacre, and he gets the bucket. 56 seconds left in the third. Olynyk sets a screen for Smart. Pass to Turner. Wallace the screen. Smart kicks to Olynyk. And that one's good.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Here's Sacre. And off the glass. That one's good. And the Lakers lead by 13.
You know, Kevin, he's not always looking to put up big numbers, but he's doing a nice job here.
26 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Thornton from past the arc. Wallace kicks to Thornton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Celtics have gone 6 of 11 from the line tonight. And the second free throw, good. Now here's Lynn. Lets it go with a three. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Lakers on top. They lead by 12. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
Here's Rondo. Johnson out there with Davis. Then it's Young. Then there's Hill. And it's Bryant in at the point guard. That's the Laker 5. Rondo can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 12. Kobe kicks to Johnson. And the serious dunk to finish it off.
That's what we came to see. Aggressive, assertive basketball.
He just threw that one down with as much strength as he could muster.
Hey, you got that right. An angry dunk.
They retain possession. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. And the Celtics with possession here. And Bass kicks to Rondo. Feeds to Bradley. Outside Rondo. Bass passes to Rondo. A three-pointer is right on target.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Now here's Bryant. He feeds it to Davis. And there's the foul. It's on Brandon Bass. Carlos Boozer's checked in for the Lakers. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Young's shot is off. Celtics trail by 11. Rondo with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Rondo against Young. Here's Sullinger. Almost, but it rolls out. Los Angeles has gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Strange to think that for so many years the Lakers would just devour and dominate teams from the East. But last year, the East got some payback.
Thinking again about the Lakers, the East did get payback against them last year. Only 12 wins, Steve, for L.A.
I was tied with Utah, Kevin, for the fewest wins against the East last year for a Western Conference club. So, you know, how you do against the East is usually a pretty good barometer of where you'll end up in the Western standings.
Boozer gets the bucket.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you have to just take what's there, and as long as you're moving the ball and getting good shots, that's all that matters.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now here's Johnson. Following the miss by Avery Bradley. And it's Hill with the jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Rondo with the ball. He kicks it to Sullinger. Blocked. But they'll get another chance. Rondo dishes to Bradley. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Good. 14 points for Jeff Green.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
Celtics trail by 16. Bradley kicks to Green. Goes back up. Sullinger with the bucket, getting it done inside.
They have a little extra mojo going here, a little extra pep in their step, more hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
The shot's good from Bryant.
Kobe is knocking down some nice-looking baskets.
Boston's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Bradley, no one around him. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 9 assists now tonight. Lakers leading by 13. Bryant passes to Boozer. The 15-footer. No good off the back of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
From beyond the arc, Boozer with the rebound.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Hill. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And a lot of contact right there. I think the officials are making the correct call here. And this sort of call, of course, always about protecting the players. You can't allow unnecessary contact, and sometimes the players let the emotion get the best of them. And you make a foul like that, it's going to be enforced every time.
You know, see, I don't think many people would disagree with the stance that it's a very important objective to make sure everything is done to limit any sort of unnecessary contact.
Complete domination. What a game for Hill. 10 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
Well, anytime they've needed him, he's come through defensively. He's made a major impact on this game.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Well, you look at the turnover numbers. All of them came in the first half, so they really turned it around after intermission.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul.
The Lakers on D. They led by as many as 18 points. Sullinger dishes to Bass. Back to Sullinger. Hit his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Here's Bradley. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Sullinger. Out left to the wing. And Bass kicks to Green. 4 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Bass can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 15. Pushing it up for the finish. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Boozer. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Kobe's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, you know, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. I mean, a lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright, he's hardworking, he communicates well, he's innovative, showed that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
Here's Green. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
And Bryant kicks to Hill. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Los Angeles Lakers, the NBA's most successful franchise over the last 3 decades, since 1980. 10 guys, count them, 10 titles.
That's remarkable, and they've led the way from a business standpoint as well, Kevin. They pioneered televising their home games where some teams had worried about undercutting ticket sales. A lot of great ideas and dynamics that have helped this franchise become what it is.
Bradley, no one around him. Here's Bass. That's good.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
And here's Kobe. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter.
And, you know, for the Lakers, no competition from football. There's not a pro football team in the L.A. market. And it's one of the top 2 markets in the country. And it is a basketball town. You look at their TV deal, which is really mind-boggling. It's worth about $3.6 billion over 20 years. That gives you a lot of financial firepower there.
Well, guys, you look at the financial resources for the Lakers, not the same advantage that it once was, because with the most recent CBA, it's really restricted spending. And the question is, how will that impact the Lakers moving forward?
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Rondo. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And this is what they wanted. to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Kobe Bryant. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
It's stolen by Bass. Here's Rondo, and he dunks it down.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Now here's Johnson. He dishes it to Hill. Boozer trying to get open, and it's Hill. That time the assist from Wesley Johnson. And the Lakers lead by 15. Boston's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Rondo passes to Green. Rondo kicks to Green. Back to Rondo. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Shoots it. And another basket for the Lakers.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
He kicks to Sullinger. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
Kobe dishes to Lynn. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Steve, I thought those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
Off target with that shot. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a terrific win, Carlos. And how would you rate the team's performance right now and how the game felt like for you?
I'm just executing, getting better week by week, improving every day. Today I thought we did a great job executing, getting everybody involved, setting everybody up. And then for me, I just took the shots that was there.
Congratulations, Carlos. Great job. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Kobe Bryant.